Our next inductee, please congratulate Bob Sinnock. Bob was an all-Sierra Foothill League football, basketball, and baseball star in 1950 and 1951. His teams won the Sierra Foothill League championships in those years, football, basketball, and baseball, 1950 and 1951. He is a two-time California State Basketball Player of the Year. And he won 9 varsity letters in 3 sports and 6 Sierra Foothill League championships. Please congratulate Bob Sinnock.
How the hell a guy like me get in a place like this, I don't know. But anyway, thank you. Thank you, Bob and Doug and everyone involved with this wonderful event. I don't know how you thank people for something like this. I played back in the 40s and 50s, and played until I was 40 in city leagues and things like that, and I thought it would be all over when I was 40. And then came along judging tournaments, and I did that for about 10 years, and had a skinny ass butt got to you 3 games a night, 4 days season. Anyway, did that at Del Oro and also Nevada Union, and was very happy to do that. And I thought it'd be all over athletic type stuff at that time, but now I get here and look at this, you know. And it's a wonderful thing, wonderful feeling I had in the last weeks or so. I'd like to tell you some of the experiences I had. I was very lucky in coming along with a bunch of kids into Placer High School as a freshman, and all came from different schools in the area: Loomis, Penman, Forest Hill, Colfax, Ella Points. And just so happened they all gelled real well in athletics. And nobody was a showmanship or anything like that. We all played together no matter what sport it was. And had a wonderful, wonderful high school time in my life with athletics. And I have someone here tonight. I have Kenny Barnes, who I grew up with. And from the time him and I were about this big. And Max Solis, I don't know if he's here tonight or not, but he was also with our group. And we had great times on the courts and off the courts, and even hitchhiking home at night from practice and games. I got a little story I can tell you about that. I rode the bus home from here after my freshman year to my year I graduated as a senior, and rode the bus home one time. The rest of the time it was all work on hitchhiking home, from getting off at football at 4:30, 5 o'clock, take your bruises with you and go up to, from here up to Maple Street and hitchhike to get a ride home. I can tell you some very fine stories on that, but I won't tell you all of them. But that was my time at Placer, and it was great. And got a lot of awards, and I had some great coaches. Arnett was something else, and Lefevre was too. And I was very privileged in being a pallbearer at both their services. Probably the biggest things I ever got. But anyway, go from there to go to the guys I played with. Kenny was one, Max Elias was one. We hitchhiked home every night after practice, and that was quite a chore. We spent most of the time hitchhiking home rather than in classes, I think. But it was good. And I played with some of the greatest goddamn guys you can ever imagine. Jimmy Okota and Vic Nakamoto was a big part of my life. I played with both of them. Jimmy I played with from the time I was a sophomore to a senior, and Vic I played all 4 years with. and they could shoot the eyes out of a ball, basketball, and that court or that center one there, they just had unbelievable shooting abilities coming out of Tule Lake. And then we would scrimmage of our, I was a sophomore, we would scrimmage college over here, and I was playing center for the varsity. And I remember George Godo very, very well. George was the smoothest, classiest. I played thousands of guys, not maybe thousands, but hundreds of guys, and he was the most smoothest ball player I've ever seen in my life, and he also was a pretty good pitcher. But I remember George coming over the line there many, many times and was playing in this state championship. Now in the state championship, we'd have crowds in this building, and that was one of them, where you couldn't, your toes would be inside the court. The audience, all around the whole place, and the place up here was loaded, and the noise would come off this ceiling here, it'd be unbelievable. And Kenny and I and Max one time were sitting right down there when he was playing the state finals, and got to see him win and the whole thing, and a kid named Leskatov from Roseville was one big, huge guy, and a little guy from Grass Valley, Albert Alla, and they got into it, and Albert was probably about 5'6", 5'7", just quicker than him. And here's George. Anyway, the thing was everybody got down on Leskatov. So the whole crowd was booing him and everything. He came up through the center line, he gave everybody the finger. That takes a lot of guts, but he did that. Anyway, Placer won. And it was an experience. It was an experience to behold in this building. The game was good, but let me go now. I'll go to the kids I played with. Jimmy was probably one of the best pound for pound player I ever played with. I used to try to emulate him. He didn't wear hip pads, so I didn't wear hip pads. He didn't wear thigh pads, so I didn't wear thigh pads. And I'd get through the game and being a pretty young sophomore kid and just be sore in hell. He'd be all spry and ready to go. But I saw him play his senior year, most of his senior year in basketball, with knees this big, full of water, both knees. Not limp, not slowing down or nothing. This is what kind of a person he was. Came out of the Tule Lake just like George. And George and I had a couple battles because he used to pick on me because I was only a sophomore. And, but anyway, with Susie up here, took back so many memories because we both had investments in ranches up in Modoc County. And one time, George and Susie was going through town in Nevada City, and I was probably going around bar to bar or something. And so I said, "Hey, George, hey, Susie." And they stopped, and they didn't leave Grass Valley until 2 days later. That's how we used to party. And, but anyway, George and I had a lot of good times together and lots of memories. And those kids came out of Tule Lake, I'll tell you, they were tough kids. They could play basketball. And then I played with guys later on, like Vic Nakamoto was a hell of a ball player. Keith Sparks came along after Jimmy Okota left us and Keith won the most valuable player at the tournament here one time. And then I'm trying to think of high school things that we did. But anyway, had great ball clubs and great friends even today. Kenny and I and the other guys that I run around with for I can't say 60 years, but 70-something years, I guess. But anyway, that was that. Now I'll tell you a story on something that's kind of comical. We used to get home from practice, or from a game, Marysville, Yuba City, and places like that. And we'd get home and get our stuff back in the locker and run like hell up to the Auburn Hotel and catch a bus. The bus ticket was $1.41. And that's how we got home. Now when we came from playing from Willows or Chico or Oroville, we wouldn't get in here until about 12:30. And everything was you'd be dead in town. No, the hotel was closed, no chance for a bus. So we'd have to go out and hitchhike. And so we learned that when we went out there this time of night, that it was going to be hard to get a ride. But anyway, we'd go out there and we'd go to the towel room in here and wrap towels around our legs, around inside our jackets, and go out there and hitchhike. This time in the morning, you know, Highway 40 at Maple Street, the traffic at 2 in the morning, how many cars went by. So we did that, and then I got the idea one time, PG&E was doing a job along the highway there, and I got the idea of taking those days they didn't have cones or nothing like that, they just had pots with a fire coming out the side. So I took about 2 or 3 of these, we were having a hard time getting a ride. So I took those pots and I put it and blocked off one lane so in the freeway, so they had to come just one lane and have to slow down to 30 or something. So I had books. You always put your books up like this and ask for a ride. And then that's kind of a sad story, but I decided that I just tape these goddamn books together and keep them falling out of my hand. And that's the way they stayed from the time I was a freshman to the time I was a senior. That's why I never got much further than this. But anyway, we'd go out there and hitchhike with all these goddamn towels around our arms and our legs and all this. And so one night we just got home in time to go to school the next day. And boy, my dad got mad at hell. He was the captain of the Navy. And he came down there and really chewed ass and took names. And so then they decided, okay, they would put us, now Max and I have the only title of sleeping in this gym. I don't think anybody else has ever done it since. But we'd get in this gym, slept in the rooms in there, and we'd pull a blanket over our head, and maybe some kid had the mumps or whatever. In the morning, we'd use the stuff at night. Never got sick or nothing. We'd get in there and land in this building. I tell you, it would creak so bad you couldn't imagine. Settling down for the night after everybody was yelling. And I'd say, I'd go like this, and I'd throw it, go like that. Max, that's a cootie. And Max was so goddamn straight-laced, he said, goddamn Bob, go to sleep. Next time the thing would shake, Max, we're having an earthquake. No, we're not having an earthquake. So that's how we got ourselves to sleep. And there's many things off the top of my head, I can't think of what I was going to. But anyway, had a great life, wonderful life. I've gotten through, Dr. Ozito, right? I met Dr. Ozito laying on my back looking up like this, with him with his doctor's uniform, but he always wore a brown suit. And that's how I met Dr. Ozito, looking up this way like that. And then it just reminded me, it helped me get out of the chair. I never got that. The only time I got help is from some ball player picking me up after being hit in the scorer's bench right down here one night. And getting back to this building here, it was built in 1936. And you stop and think of all the entertainment this place has given out. And how many guys like myself got to enjoy the experience of playing in the Earl Crabb Egg Street Gym in Auburn was a pretty goddamn good experience. Because I'm telling you, when that noise came off this bleachers and people stomping and the noise that they made whistling and yelling and then hit the ceiling and come down on you, the energy would just boom out of you, you know. I remember doing things I believe I could never do. And so that was that part of the experience here at Egg Street Gym, and it's really a tribute to whoever put all this together. In those days, the big taxpayers were PG&E, Bell Telephone, and SP, and they're the ones that really built, because the tax base that they had at that time wasn't that big, but they put this thing together and did a hell of a job. See what they've done since then. I was going to tell you a lot of things about this building, but after I came in here tonight and saw what it was unbelievable. I haven't been here for 10 years. But I remember one time also playing the finals. I think I was about a senior at that time, but having a ride, and they dropped me off at the front door because there wasn't any place to park, so we go park somewhere. Got out of the car, and the consolation game was going on. this happened a lot of times, but one I remember. And the consolation game was real close. I got out of the car and started across the street, and about at the center line, this whole goddamn thing, boom, going. And boy, did I get butterflies. I was stomach going this way, and this way. And then coming in here and seeing all, they make room for you to get into through the crowd. Go downstairs and get ready to go play a game that's going crazy, as you know, you're going to be playing in that for a little while. It was pretty impressive. But anyway, that's about the size of what I got to say. I know I got a lot. My wife's over there probably saying, I got one more thing to say. My wife, she's Greek. She can sing Greek, she can dance Greek, she can do anything Greek. She has a saying, anytime something happened really impressed her or something like that, she'd say, "This just warms my heart." And so I'm going to use that saying and say, "You guys just warm my heart."